What's up guys, and welcome back to Face Over Matter. It's your girl Jay here, and in today's video we're going to be doing this makeup look right here. Y'all, I had to improvise and use some products that wasn't even like eyeshadow, but it's okay. That's what you do when you try to find a certain look. I didn't have like a blank yellow eyeshadow, so I had to improvise and do something else, but you'll see that later on in the tutorial. So yeah, so while you're here, before you even get started, go ahead and subscribe if you have not already, and by the end of the video, go ahead and leave some comments down below of what you guys think of this makeup look. And yeah, so if you're ready and you like what you see, let's go on and jump right into the video. Okay, so for my first product, I'm going to be using this NYX eyeshadow base in the color Tan, I think this is. No, it's called Skin Tone, excuse me. And I haven't used this product in a hot minute, but I'm going to use this as my base for my eyeshadow. And I'm using a Madeline Tools 788 brush. This is one of my favorite brushes to buff in any kind of base or concealer on the eyes. And now I'm going to take some translucent powder and set my base. So for my first product, I'm going to actually be using a lipstick as the yellow. So first I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Volume 1 Lip Palette. And I'm going to be taking the Primary 4 color. This is basically the yellow shade in the palette. I'm going to be mixing this with the Primary 4, mixing it with number 8 and a little bit of white to get a really nice golden shade for my lid. I've already mixed the shade on this little e.l.f. palette, and I wanted to get more of like a deeper golden like color, so I kind of mixed the lipsticks already. So then I'm going to be taking an Elysium Integral brush to apply this. So I'm just going to be picking the product up, just doing a little bit of both. I'm just going to start buffing that all on the lid. And yes, I know I'm starting out with basically the base first with no other eyeshadow, and that's simply because I already recorded this eye look twice, so I kind of know like how to do it now. So yeah, and then you just want to pull it up more into the crease, and once you get to the crease you want to get a little light-handed, and that way the eyeshadow can kind of do like a gradient blowout. Okay, so now that we have the yellow down, I'm going to be taking a blending brush. This is the Anastasia Self-Made Palette brush. This is the one with the double-ended side. This is the little lip side, and this is the fluffy side. I'm going to be using the fluffy side to blend out my eyeshadow. So now I'm going to be taking the Morphe 350 Matte Palette, and I'm going to be taking this light caramel shade up at the top middle. You guys already know, if you're a faithful subscriber and you watch my videos, you know that this is my holy grail palette. Like, I love this palette. But I'm going to first look down and just focus this brown right into the crease, right in the depth of the crease, and then I'm going to blow it up too. This way I'm going to get a really intense transition color. Since we have that lipstick basically kind of down as a base, it's going to really be nice and vibrant and not really lose the pigment. And I'm just going to keep going in until I get the desired amount. I may have to go back in with a little bit more yellow, because sometimes the lipstick will pick up the brown and kind of diffuse out. As said, I'm going to just pick up my integral brush again, pick up a little bit more of the lipstick, and just apply it back to my lid. And another thing that I found out that kind of works for me is I'm going to take some translucent powder. I'm going to place that on top of the lipstick, and that way it'll kind of give it the effect of sort of like an eyeshadow. It'll keep it in place and kind of set like that matte feel, because right now it's creamy and it's going to crease and all that stuff. So just adding a little bit of translucent powder, it's going to keep that in place. Okay, so next I'm going to be picking up a darker brown from the same Morphe palette. And I'm going to be focusing this mainly just in the socket of the crease. And then of course you just want to blend out the edges. This eye look is super simple, nothing too much to it honestly. It's just a lid color and a transition color. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to be taking my NYC Liquid Liner, and I'm just going to be doing a nice cute little wing. So now, before all the glue that I set aside for my eyes, I'm just going to go ahead and apply my lashes. These are the Ardell Wispy lashes. I've used these probably like a few times already, so they're a little beat up, but it's okay. We'll let the glue dry a little bit, get a little tacky, and then we're going to apply it. Okay, now for the rest of the face, I'm going to go ahead and start my base. I'm going to be using the Burt's Bees Intense Hydration This is going to be my facial moisturizer. I love this stuff. I've applied this stuff 3 times to my face already this morning. Like, I love this stuff. My eyebrows are already done. I used the Sonia Kashuk eyebrow palette, the powder eyebrow palette. I love using powder for my brows now. I don't know what it is. It just works wonders for my brows. Next, what I'm going to do is conceal underneath the eyes. I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Medium Dark Warm. I'm just going to add a little bit, like right up under the eye, just simply because I want to finish off my under eyes first. So I'm going to go ahead and conceal. And with that, again, I'm going to be taking the Bdellium Tools 788 brush and just start buffing that underneath the eye. All right, and then taking a little bit, just a tiny bit of translucent powder, I'm just going to pack that right underneath the eye. Not going to focus it down there too much, just simply because once I apply my foundation, I am going to add another layer of concealer of a different brand, but I just want to set it for, you know, eyeshadow purposes. Now I'm just taking that little brush again. I'm going to take the light brown shade from the Morphe 35O matte palette, and I'm just going to sweep that underneath the eye. Then one trick that I love to do is take my little eyebrow pencil. This is the Bdellium Tools 735. And what did I do? Oh, then I'm just going to take a little bit of black eyeshadow. I'm just going to use the one from my eyebrow palette. Take a little bit of black, push that right up against my lower lash line. This is just going to make my eyes look a lot bigger and make my eyelashes at the bottom look a lot thicker. And this is also going to just add definition and allow this look to be a little bit more smoky, add some fun definition to it. Like I said, when I recorded this yesterday twice, I kind of did like the plain route. If you followed up with me on Snapchat, you kind of basically seen the look when it was done. And it was pretty basic and simple, but I wanted to add a little bit more something since now it's a whole new day and I'll get a lot of better natural lighting when I take my pictures. So, and then I'm gonna just go back in with my little blending brush and just make sure that is buffed out nicely. Now I'm gonna be taking the NYX 604 Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil. I love this thing. I'll take my Sigma EO6 brush and just kind of run up the side of, because I've sharpened it out, so I'm just like running up the side. I would stick this whole thing under my eye, but I just want to avoid getting it on my contacts because I do it every time that I use this stuff. So I'm gonna try and avoid doing that today. Okay, so now going back in with the mascara, I'm just gonna use the Colosal Big Shot from Maybelline and coat my top and bottom lashes. All right, and then I have some lashes of my natural lashes that kind of stick straight out. So I'm gonna just take this little pincher that came with the Ardell lashes in the pack. I'm gonna just go through and pinch them. That way, while the mascara is still wet, my lashes can kind of stick together. All right, so for my foundation, I'm going to be using my trusty MAC Studio Fix Fluid, but I am gonna mix it a little bit with a lighter foundation of another brand, just because this foundation is on the orangey side. I'm not 100% this color, but I love how the goldenness shade looks on me, but I am gonna mix it with a little bit of this. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the Dewy and Smooth in the 240 Golden Beige. I'm gonna just add a little bit to the little mixture here, just because I don't want it to be super duper orange. That's the only thing. I'm gonna just take my little mixer thing and just mix it. Give me a little formula going. I just feel like adding the other shade was just getting rid of like a lot of the orangeness of the foundation, because that NC45 is pretty orange, especially for someone like me. I'm more of like a neutral tone, undertone person, and that orange, like once I'm out and about, you can really see it. So I'm just trying to avoid that today. All right, and then I'm gonna take a brush, just taking a flat brush or something that can mix in the foundation quickly, because usually when I take a beauty blender, like it takes, I mean, it doesn't take a long time, but it just, this is faster. Yeah, I like that a lot better, because just the NC45 by itself is like super orange on me. But see, I have been using NC45 for a while. I even used to use NC42, but that joker, too light. So I'd be feeling like my skin tone is a little weird when it comes to finding foundations. All right, so for my forehead, I'm gonna take a beauty blender just because my eyebrows are snatched and I ain't trying to mess them up. So I'm gonna just go ahead and buff this in with my little beauty blender just to make sure I don't mess up my brows or my edges. All right, now for concealer, where is it at? I just seen it. I'm gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Tan Sand and just do a little bit of highlighting. I'm literally down to my end of this bottle, so I'm gonna have to go and re-up on this stuff. But this has been my favorite concealer for a little hot minute. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with this Elysium Division brush and just buff in the concealer. I'm trying to pull away from using my beauty blenders because literally all of them are dirty. I just washed them, but I find myself using a new beauty blender every time I do my makeup, and then all of them get dirty again. I have about like 6 or 7 of them. And that's another thing, like guys, if you wear makeup and your face is breaking out all the time, you know, using dirty brushes and using dirty beauty blenders may be a factor in your breakouts, because I mean, these brushes and stuff hold bacteria just like anything else does. So you want to make sure you clean your brushes on a regular basis. Also, wipe off the handles with alcohol just to kill more bacteria, because you know, we hold the brushes and we touch our face and all that type of stuff. So you just want to make sure that you're being sanitary with your brushes. I know it's probably not like a priority that a lot of people think about with their brushes, but you want to make sure you do clean them. Alright, so now for my contour, I'm going to be using my this is what I was mixing my lipstick on, but this is the foundation palette in medium dark. I'm going to be using these 2 shades right here to contour my face. I'm going to just take this Coastal Scents Duo Fiber brush and just contour with that, and then I'm going to go back in and blend out with a beauty blender. But I like to just lay the product down first and then blend it out. Trying to snatch that nose, and then I'm gonna just blend out the contour up here with my beauty blender again. All right, and now I'm going to set my face. I'm like running super low on my Maybelline Shine Free powder. I love this powder, but I'm like running beyond low on this. So I'm gonna just try to get what I can out of it. I'm not gonna do a super heavy bake. I'm gonna just kind of bake enough to where I can kind of press it into the skin. Because as you can see, it's pretty much like pressed in and dissolved. I feel like that's a way to get like an airbrushed finish. You don't use too much. And you get it to where you can just press it into the skin. Like you'll see the powder at first, but as you continuously tap it, it's like you're tapping it into the skin like you would a concealer or your contour powder, your contour cream or anything like that. I feel like that's a way to get like an airbrushed kind of finish. See? You look airbrushed. You're not even like baking or anything. You look good. You look blessed. All right, now I'm gonna take the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. Taking the Sculpting shade in the middle. This is the light to medium palette. I don't think I said that. But I'm gonna be bronzing with this Bdellium Tools 962 brush. I've been trying to keep my bronzer focused back here. Sometimes I'll bring it up here and then like my cheeks look all muddy. So I'm just gonna try to focus most of my bronzer here on the back side of my face. Yeah, and I can already tell that I do not look as orange. So I think that mixture was a really good idea. Now taking a little bit of highlight. I've been loving this Lena Lashes Lemonade Highlighter palette. I don't know what about it, but this palette has just been doing me wonders. And since my face is kind of dewy, I'm not gonna do any kind of spray. I'm just gonna go right in. This is a Sonia Kashuk eyeshadow brush, but I love using it as a highlighter brush. I'm gonna take this one right here. This one is called Lemonade. And I'm just going to highlight. The only thing that I can say about this palette is like the highlighters are very powdery, but it's like once it hits your skin and some dewiness of your skin, it turns into like butter. And it's a really, really nice highlight. A little bit of this highlight goes a long way. So if you're trying to get like a really popping highlight, you don't need much. Just give me like a little healthy glow going on. Just taking that same lemonade color and a little bit of this one at the top. This one is called Pool Party. So Pool Party and then Lemonade, because I'm gonna put in my inner corners. And like I said, a little bit of this goes a long way. So I wanna show you guys something. So if you do not have a lip liner that you are desiring, use a lipstick, okay? Use a lipstick. But what I'm gonna show you is that I love using a powder. Sometimes a powder really does come through, okay? So I'm gonna take the powder that I use for my brows. It is a little bit on the darker side, but we can blend it out, and that's the good thing about it. So I'm just gonna start lining my lips with this. But what I will do as I come around to the front, I'm gonna take my bronzer, my facial bronzer from Black Radiance, and use a little bit of that. And I'm gonna line the front with that one. Next for my lips, just so I can give you guys a product that you can get your hands on, because I know sometimes I'll use products that you can't really get. My apologies. So for that reason, I'm going to use just my lip palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to use this color right here. This one is number 11. I'm going to use a little bit of that and just kind of paint it on. If you did follow up with me on Snapchat, then you've seen I did use a dark lip, but you can definitely use whatever kind of lip color you want. I want this to be glossy, so of course I'm gonna this is like my 5th time sneezing. So I want a glossy lip, so of course I'm gonna go with my favorite NYX lip gloss. This is the Madeline shade. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of Honey Pot on my cheeks, just because this has always been like a go-to highlight for me. So I'm gonna just take my Morphe M501 and the Honey Pot and just do a nice, oh yes ma'am. I would add a facial spray, but I just literally used like the last squirt of it like 2 days ago. I haven't went and got any more, so I'm gonna have to go get me some spray. I'm just add a little bit more mascara to the top and bottom, just to kind of finish off and complete everything, little tweak here and there. But like I said, you could definitely pair this look up with a dark lip. That's what I'm saying, like I used a Southern Beauty lipstick, but they do not sell Southern Beauty lipsticks anymore. Ugh. But it's okay. I'm just gonna have to do some soul searching and find some more really good lipsticks that I can use. So, but yeah guys, this is the completed makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will have some pictures and stuff up on my IG if you are interested, so you can follow me on my Instagram at Face Over Matter. My Snapchat is at Face Over Matter, and I'm getting ready to start using Twitter again, just because I know a lot of you guys are on Twitter. So I'm gonna do that as well, so you guys can follow up with me on Twitter as well, and all of that is gonna be at Face Over Matter. But yeah guys, I hope y'all like the makeup look. I really like how it came out. So I'm about to go take some pictures and get my day started. It's 11 in the morning. I haven't even ate breakfast yet, but it's okay. But I love you guys so much. So as always, if you're new, I'm Jay, and if you're not new, I just thank you so much for supporting me with whatever I do here with my channel. I love each and every one of you to no end. But yeah guys, I love y'all so much, and of course, God willing, I will definitely see you all in my next video. Bye.